Now you'll remember from when we first started this course that all electrical circuits are drawn by way of ladders and rungs on those ladders. So let's have a look now at our rungs and ladders setup. First thing we do, I'm going to right click on the project like usual, add the active drawing. Do I want to apply the project default values to the drawing settings? Yes, I do. Now what I've done there is I've also added rungs and ladders setup to that drawing in the project. I'll show you in a moment. Let's just right click, go to properties, drawing properties, and make sure that our sheet number there is 02 and enter. Okay, so let's now look at the rungs and ladders setup. And what we're going to do, now that this drawing's been added to the project, I can actually right click on the project here and go down to properties. And if I go to drawing format, you'll see I've got ladder defaults with wire spacings and format referencing and so on. Now I'm not going to change any of the defaults there at all. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to OK that. I'm then going to right click on my drawing, go to properties and apply those project defaults. So I can apply them anytime. Now, let's go and look at our rungs and ladders here. I need to be in the schematic tab here. I go to insert wires, wire numbers, this panel here. And if you look here, there's an icon there with a ladder on it. If I click on the down arrow, I want to insert a ladder. And as you can see, it's accepted the default settings that are set up by the project and applied to this drawing. So if you've got a standard circuit that you're working with and it's got standard spacings and widths, just set it up in the project, apply it to all the project drawings. Now my width is actually this distance here. So if I've got a horizontal ladder like that, I'm going to make that 200. In fact, let's make that a little bit smaller there. Let's go for 150, like so. I want my spacings there to be, say, 20. And I want, say, 10 rungs. And as soon as I tab from that 10, it updates and does the length. Quite clever because it works it out for you. Now, do we want a one-phase circuit or do we want a three-phase circuit? Draw rungs? Yes, we do. We do want to draw the rungs. So I'll OK that. Pick a point for the first rung. I'm going to pick a point, say, there. And you'll see there that it starts top left, and I've deliberately placed that where I've placed it to show you that it starts top left. That's fine, that's no problem. All I've got to do now is pan upwards a little bit and select everything like so. All I've got to do is move it. So I'll select everything, right click, move. I'll pick that point there on the end and I'll just pan down again and I'll just drop that into the area on my title block. So that's your rungs and ladders setup. So I've now got a circuit in there, and you can see there's my rungs, and my ladder goes across, and you can see where they each join on. It's a clever Lisp routine that draws lots of lines to represent your wiring. So it's nice and quick and easy. Now what it's done is it's placed those lines on a layer. So let me just check what layer that is by switching dynamic input on here. And we'll just hover over that like so. And I'll click on it and there we are. So they're on the layer yellow 14 thin. So they're thin wires and they're yellow in colour. Now that's just a layer and a description. Again, that can be edited at any time. But that's how you set up your rungs and your ladders when you first start drawing an electrical circuit in AutoCAD Electrical.